Good morning. Good morning. Hello cả nhà hello. Tiếp tục cuộc hành trình đi làm đây. Hôm nay ngày can't see. Hôm nay ngày 8 tháng 11 nha. Nhiệt độ bữa nay 66. The temperature today nhiệt độ bên này khá cao là 86 độ F. Sáng đưa Ryan đi học nha, giờ này trên đường đưa Ryan đi học này. Em đang nghe đài radio buổi sáng mỗi buổi khi mình đi làm đây. Thì sẽ thông dịch những cái gì mà trong radio nói với khả năng của em nha quý vị. Đang nói cái thế giới đang đảo lộn bên Trung Đông này. Do Thái đang cố gắng để đánh bại tụi Hamas. Cái khó khăn của ông Yahoo là do cái những member quốc hội của ông đã kêu ông ngừng chiến để giải dây cho người Palestine bị kẹt đó.
Simultaneously be that ambitious, what we saw on October 7th, unless you really work at it. Yeah. You know, somebody tried to get it to that stage. And so I think what would be most helpful, and this would be for the Palestinians as well, is if they got this unambiguous message out of the United States.
Cuộc chiến giữa Hamas và Palestine với Do Thái đó là có ngàn đời nay rồi chứ không phải mới đây. Nhưng mà thế giới nhìn chung là thấy bất ổn bên Trung Đông. Do Thái chiến này đã quyết định đánh sâu vào trong dãy Gaza để giải cứu, đã đánh bại tụi Hamas.
I'm curious, I want to switch gears real quick. We have about a minute left, but I wanted to ask you about a story that I saw in Time magazine of all places, and that is interviewing some of the top people in Volodymyr Zelensky's government in Ukraine, where they were saying, trying to tell Mr. Zelensky that we're not winning this war. He won't listen, but we're not winning this war, and a lot of the money that's being sent over there is going to corrupt enterprise.
Yeah, I found fascinating, and Time magazine is publishing some interesting things. I've had that same thought recently. You know, it's like, wow, time is back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and I think
báo
these are
Time
very
nói cái
legitimate
cuộc chiến
questions
của
to ask about what's going on in Ukraine. But the problem is,
Ukraine đó là
maybe
sẽ
things are
thua.
better out in balance. But here in Washington, if you even question Zelensky and his political future,
Zelensky
you
là
are a
tổng thống
heretic
của
and a Putin
Ukraine.
lover, and you don't stand with the heroes of Ukraine. And it really makes it very, very difficult for anybody who's trying to chart a course for American national security to ask the questions that have to be asked, especially with this kind of reporting.
Yep, same people saying, believe the science again, I guess. Victoria Coates, Heritage Foundation, thank you so much for coming on. Always great talking with you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. At 7:07, we'll talk about some of the election results that took place yesterday, not just locally, but nationally as well.
Chút xíu nữa sẽ nói kết quả về bầu cử ngày hôm qua như quý vị.
It's considered a win for abortion rights. Story coming up.
John Clay Wolf and his family. I've known John Clay for a while, and they have had GiveMeTheVin.com for the better part of 40 years. They're on it long, which means they know the used car market better than anybody. Only 5-star BDD rated car buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com. They do it all for you. You want to put more money in your pocket, selling your used car, go to GiveMeTheVin.com. And if they can't pay you, say a CarMax offer, if they come and hire you, GiveMeTheVin.com, just give you a check for $100. That's right. They will pay up to fine. If you pay it off, if you owe anything, they get you paid. GiveMeTheVin.com.
Smell, scale, safety, and purity are all on the list. Before we leave your driveway, you will see and taste the difference. Call me, Cara, at 888-763-0050 or go online to nationstore.com.
We all work hard to save money wherever we can, especially now at the time, Brad. I don't know about you, but major appliances, furniture, you name it, it's gone up much more than 20%. Some of this stuff is double and triple in just the last few years. Your energy bill is going to be going up as well. So Clarity Windows and Doors can help you save on energy month after month, year after year, as long as you own your home. It's some real curb appeal. Also, your home's going to be more comfortable. New windows make so much sense. I think they save us about 30% on our power bill. That was years ago, and they're saving us that kind of money every day. 20 years of business in North Texas. Clarity has earned the trust of thousands of happy homeowners, and they're right there in Top Hill. Retake control of your home's comfort and energy. Just call Clarity Windows and Doors, or click them online at ClarityWindows.com and show your home the love it deserves. Timeless beauty and safety features, plus 0% interest from Clarity Windows and Doors. Are you finally ready to make that move? Maybe you're looking for more savings, or you want to downsize. Riverside Home Builders is the lowest top 100 builders and an Energy Star builder. Right now, they're offering $20,000 in savings. And if you have a home to sell, ask about special programs for current homeowners. Riverside Home Builders are selling beautiful homes in more than 30 communities in and surrounding DFW, featuring 1-acre home sites with available homes for viewing. Call or text 817-790-9044 or go to riversidehomebuilders.com. DFW's News, Talk, Traffic, and Weather Station. News Talk 820 WPAP AM, Fort Worth, Dallas.
And 99.5 HD2 KPLX FM, Fort Worth, Dallas.
A Cumulus media station. Trending now.
Texas voters overwhelmingly say yes to state constitutional changes. I'm Nicole Osei from thenewsspray.com, WBAP.
Kết quả bầu cử ngày hôm qua đấy quý vị. Sẽ ra tin tức.
Chevrolet.com, WPAP, first traffic and weather.
On the one.
I-20 westbound Houston School Road got one off to the shoulder.
Thường thì radio cứ mỗi 2 đến 5 phút là người ta báo cáo cái tình hình kẹt xe như thế nào. kẹt rồi mình tránh. Cái đó nó giúp mình rất là nhiều. Người ta báo cáo cái tình hình giao thông bị kẹt hướng nào để mình tránh đó quý vị. Rất là thông dụng cái đó. Bữa nay là cửa nóng cuối cùng đó là 84 độ F. Ngày mai 63. Hướng lạnh sẽ từ hướng Bắc về.
By Friday, the rain is ending, maybe get up to 60 degrees that afternoon with northeast winds 10 to 20, and then we'll be sunny to partly cloudy and a little cooler than normal. We'll have highs in the 60s, lows in the 40s this weekend. Right now,
ok, cuối tuần này là 60 F, độ F cao và 40 đó bắt đầu lạnh rồi đó quý vị ơi, đem cây vào.
Texas voters overwhelmingly approved 13 out of 14 constitutional amendments on the ballot. They gave the green light to issues including property tax cuts, raises for retired teachers, and $1 billion to fix the state's crumbling water infrastructure. Voters said no to one proposal, and that was to raise the age of retirement for state judges. The largest school bond package came out of Prosper ISD. Majority of the $2.8 billion bond passed, but voters said no to $94 million for a new football stadium. Voters in Azle, Cedar Hill, Duncanville, Eagle Mountain, Saginaw, Louisville ISDs all appeared to have approved their proposition.
Bạn đã bầu cử pass được cái xây dựng hạ tầng nước tỷ mấy.
Which means that reproductive access will be written into the Ohio Constitution as a right for women in the state. Voters only needed a simple majority, 50% plus one vote, for the state constitutional change, after rejecting a Republican-led effort earlier this year to make the threshold more difficult. Residents voted down that effort to require a 60% majority vote to change the Constitution. Ohio becomes the fourth state joining California, Michigan, and Vermont in making reproductive rights state law. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Your money news, global shares are mostly lower as needed trading ahead of a steep
tiểu bang Ohio đó người ta mở đủ số phiếu để thay đổi cái hiến pháp của tiểu bang đó quý vị.
Benchmarks rose in London, Sydney, and Taiwan, but fell in most other major markets. Oil prices rose while U.S. futures were little changed. Your complete election is on site WBAP.com. I'm Nicole Rose. Our next news update is at 7:30. Check back several times to our UJ
Tin tức cứ mỗi nửa tiếng thì chương trình bây giờ em phải chọn rồi.
Nothing good ever comes from losing. You know, some people may think that you can find those pauses, but that's for a team that, you know, trying to turn that corner. You know, that was to turn that corner. And this team is, you know, they should be beyond that. Nothing good comes from losing. That's former Cowboy turned analyst Daryl Johnston yesterday on our sports station, The Ticket. His takeaway from that Cowboys loss up in Philadelphia this past Sunday. Good morning from our Mullen & Mullen Law Firm Sports Desk, MC11. So we heard the coaching staff yesterday talking about the 24-hour rule. Whether you win or you lose, got to flush it down the drain and move on, regardless of the outcome. And the Cowboys, I guess, will, but they've got some issues.
Xin kết thúc video đây. Hẹn quý vị clip video ngày mai. Tổng chào.